My wife said, "I'm moving in with Anthony." My reply made her realize she just lost everything. I still remember the sharp crack in her voice, even though her eyes were cold and guiltless. We were at the dinner table, the very same one we picked out together when we first moved into our home. I thought it would be a quiet evening. Maybe she'd complain about work or talk about her new gym routine. Instead, she set her fork down, stared straight at me and said, "I'm moving in with Anthony. We're having a baby together." For a moment the world stopped. My wife, the woman I had built my life around, had just casually torn the ground out from under me. At first I thought it had to be a cruel joke. I even laughed, waiting for her to join in, but her face stayed cold, serious. She wasn't joking. It felt like my heart had been slammed against concrete. My first question wasn't why, it was when. When had she decided our vows meant nothing? When had Anthony, her co-worker and so-called friend, become more important than the husband who had stood by her through everything? She didn't flinch. She said it had been going on for months, that she was tired of pretending she wanted a life with me. I wanted to scream, to rage, to break something, but I didn't. I just sat there, numb, not like in the movies, where the betrayed husband flips tables or storms out. I was calm, maybe too calm, and that seemed to bother her. She expected me to cry, to beg, to plead. I let her words hang in the silence. Then I asked the one question that made her blink. "And you thought I wouldn't find out on my own?" That was when I saw it. The flicker of fear. The truth was, I already knew about Anthony. The late-night meetings, the sudden obsession with her appearance, the way her phone was glued to her hand. I noticed it all. I had even followed her once. Sure enough, she walked into his apartment. I'd been preparing for this day, though knowing it was coming didn't make the pain any less sharp. What she didn't expect was that I had been one step ahead the entire time. She thought she was dropping a bomb on me, but really, she was just confirming what I already knew. She tried to justify it. Anthony made her feel alive again, gave her attention and passion that she claimed was missing in our marriage. I listened silently, my mind running over the years I had sacrificed for her, the late shifts over time, the things I gave up to make her life easier. I wasn't perfect, but I had been loyal, and apparently loyalty wasn't enough. Eventually, she asked, "Well, aren't you going to say anything?" I leaned back, looked her dead in the eyes and said calmly, "Good luck? Because while you were playing house with Anthony, I was talking to a lawyer." Her face went pale. She had expected me to be broken, desperate to fight for her. Instead, I had already prepared my exit. I explained that I had gathered proof of her affair, that divorce papers were nearly ready, and that she wouldn't be taking more than she was legally entitled to. Her little fantasy crumbled in seconds. Tears streamed down her face, but not from regret. Fear. Fear that the stability and comfort I had given her would vanish. Fear that Anthony, the man she thought would save her, might not be so eager to step up when bills and responsibilities hit. She begged me to talk, to reconsider. I shook my head. "You made your choice," I said. "Now live with it." The following weeks passed in a blur. She packed, moved into Anthony's apartment. I signed the divorce papers with a steady hand. People imagine heartbreak leaves you shattered. But for me, it was oddly liberating. I had grieved my marriage long before she admitted the truth. By the time she left, I was already looking forward. Months later, I heard through a friend that things weren't perfect between her and Anthony. Reality, the responsibilities of her pregnancy, bills, life had hit hard. Rumors said he wasn't as committed as she had believed. It didn't surprise me. Men like Anthony are always charming in the shadows, but falter in the daylight. I didn't gloat, I just felt closure. She had made her choice and had to live with it. As for me, I rebuilt, reconnected with old friends, picked up hobbies I had abandoned, and for the first time in years, felt genuinely free. The calm, measured reply I gave that night stunned her, but it had also freed me. Sometimes strength isn't in clinging to someone. It's knowing when to let go. And when I finally did, I realized I hadn't lost anything. She had.